So check it out. I had this awesome epic footage of some redfish that were just busting bait, and yet another video ruined by my terrible microphone setup. Working on a fix for that, but figured I'd salvage the video with a catch and cook. So you're about to see this redfish caught on film, and we're gonna go ahead and cook it up. So check this out.
Well, if you're feeling way down low, tune into the Kris Harper Show. Everything's gonna fall right into place.
There he is. Finally. Oh, that's a bigger red. Oh, he pulled me in the grass. Maybe he's not so big. Oh, come on back, buddy. I don't want to spook all your other friends. Oh, goodness. Whew. All right, let's see if we can get this thing turned back around here. Come on back, brother. It's a good fish. Oh man, these reds are schooling. Look how beautiful. All right.
So first off, I have to clarify, this is not my original recipe. I was actually in the latest copy of Tide magazine that you get with your CCA membership. So we've got 2 redfish fillets. This redfish was about 23 inches, so it's perfect size for this. It's basically just split up into 2 parts. You've got this sort of avocado, garlic, lime, black bean, corn salsa, and you have your dry ingredients over here. And I'll go over those in just a minute. Well, this isn't dry, but I'll show you what this is for in just a little bit. And your redfish, really, really simple. We're just gonna blacken the fillets and use the little salsa dressing to go over the top. Check it out. So we've got a can of black beans, 1 clove of garlic, the juice of a lime, 1 whole avocado, and I'm using fresh mozzarella. It's a little bit different than the queso fresca that they have in the recipe, but it works just fine. And 2 ears of corn. I've got these 2 ears of corn on a foil lined baking sheet. I've got my oven preheated to 400 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead and roast this in the oven. You could do it on your grill, but since I'm not grilling the redfish today, I'm just gonna do it right here in the oven. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes, and I've got gas burners, so I'm gonna, if I don't get the color that I want on the corn just from roasting it in the oven, I'm gonna go ahead and place it on these burners and just get some good color to it. Okay, so while we're waiting on the corn to roast, I'm gonna go ahead and put together my ingredients for the salsa, and I'll go ahead and get my dry ingredients ready for the fish as well. And quite possibly the most important ingredient for this mix right here is a cold shiner bot while we wait for the corn to roast. And the juice of 1 lime. All right, now we want to just gently mix all these ingredients together. We don't want to break up the avocado and cheese too much. At least I like it in a chunkier consistency, but you can do whatever you wish. All right, let's move on to the dry ingredients. Now, we're just gonna mix up these dry ingredients. That's gonna be our rub. So I told you that the Dijon mustard would make sense. And now it does. We're gonna take 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, 1 tablespoon for each fillet. And we're just gonna rub that on first so our dry has something to stick to. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, so now that we have our dry rub on our fish and our salsa is done and it's in the fridge, we have a cast iron skillet set on medium-high heat right now. And I've got enough oil to coat the bottom of the pan because we just want to blacken this. We don't want to deep fry it or anything like that. Just a few minutes, once the skillet's hot enough, we'll be ready to go. Put the fillets in, just a couple minutes aside, and it'll all be done. Okay, so now that I'm completely drenched in sweat, we know 2 things. It's summertime in Louisiana, And our fillets are ready for the oil. Okay, so we're just gonna pop these puppies in there one at a time. I don't know if I'll be able to fit them. Oh yeah. So if you're cooking a redfish this big, make sure you have enough room in your skillet, obviously. I got lucky. So that's what you want right there. A nice sizzle, but we're not deep frying it, we're just blackening. Just enough oil to coat the bottom of the pan. That's what we're looking for right there. I just thought I was done, but I had a secret up my sleeve. The last little bit I add to this is about a tablespoon apiece of fresh basil and fresh mint. So now we're going to stir that up and have it fresh so it's not wilted. It'll be nice and fragrant, potent. It's going to be delicious. Now guys, here's the deal. You could just whip up a few quick ingredients, throw it on top of this redfish and grill it, and it would be amazing. But just a little bit of extra attention to detail, using the mozzarella or queso fresco, avocado, using the fresh basil and fresh mint right at the very end, and just blackening this fish. It really doesn't take that much longer, and it's worth it to me, especially when you want something different. So let's see how we did. See, look, nice and moist still, but completely opaque all the way through. Let's grab some of this up here. Get some corn. Oh man, that is so good. You're gonna want to do this. So if you like catch and cook videos like this, let me know in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends. We're gonna do more like this. It is so freaking hot in here. I'm sweating like a dog. You guys have a great day. We'll see you right here next time on the Kris Harper Show. Mmm.